Alright, so we're already talking about the fourth dimension, and it's kind of a neat concept because nobody's ever been there. You don't really have a way to get there, and there's all sorts of other weird concepts that could come about when you consider something that may live and act in the fourth dimension and how they may interact with us, beings from the third dimension. And like I said before, the only really easy way for us to kind of visualize or conceptualize what this might be like is to dumb it down and take us as third dimensional beings with an extra dimension to work with and fuck with a whole like town of two-dimensional beings. So let's just want to kind of introduce a couple of concepts to consider while you wait for more awesome fourth dimensional videos from me. And so here we go. So I've got this little guy, right? This is a little two-dimensional guy, and he lives on this index card in 2 dimensions. So I look down on him like this. He looks like this. Now this D, or since my video's flipped, this backwards D is his heart, and it's on this side of his body, right? So me, as a third-dimensional guy, can be like, poke, poke, poke. Oh shit, I just poked this guy in the heart. I am able to go inside of his body and like fuck with his internal organs because I am outside of his plane. To him, this like line that I drew consisting of his body is the outside of his body, and he can't get inside because he can't come up and out of the card and then back into the card. But I can because I'm in the third dimension, right? So as a third dimensional being, I'm able to see inside a guy. And you can probably assume that a fourth dimensional being could poke you in the heart, right? For all you know, heart attacks are just fourth dimensional beings who are like poking us in the heart. I doubt that's true, but it could be true. Another thing is, I could, if this guy were physical, if it was like a piece of physical dude, I could pick him up, flip him around, plop him back down. Now his heart is backwards and on the other side of his body. If you ever go on the internet and find like crazy conspiracy theories, I'm sure you can find a situation where some dude's heart was like on the wrong side of his body. Maybe that dude got pulled out of the third dimension, flipped in the fourth dimension, dropped back down. Fucked up for him. Scientists don't know what to do with him, right? Here's another crazy concept to think about. So I'm a two-dimensional guy and I need to eat, right? The way we think about eating, we got the mouth hole, the stomach, and the butt. This dude cannot function like this because he needs a way for the food to come in and out. He would be cut in half if he used our digestive system. So chances are, two-dimensional dude has to eat his food and then puke it up, or else he would be cut in half. So a fourth dimensional being probably thinks it's crazy for us to actually digest food and then get rid of it. Because in the fourth dimension, there's like probably some freaky awesome way for them to get rid of food, right? Another thing, a concept that I want to consider when I said lifting a guy up, right? So lifting a guy up. For us, that's cool. Hey, I'm on a piece of paper. I'm going to lift you up. This dude living on the second dimensional plane has no fucking concept of up. He knows like north, east, south, and west, and that is all he can manage. Up is like mind-blowing to him. He's like, up from what? And us in the third dimension have a similar problem, right? What does that mean to get pulled out into the fourth dimension? There are actually 2 directions that the fourth dimension employs that are in addition to our sort of like up, down, left, right, backward and forward. They're called ana and kata, and there's no fucking way that you will ever go in one of those 2 directions. So, sort of weird to consider, right? Like, me as a third-dimensional being, I can really mess with these guys. I have some abilities that they don't have. And if a fourth-dimensional being were to exist, they would be fucking crazy, man. Crazy.